Welcome to Season 2 of the Soualichi Stories, presented by the Foresee Foundation and funded by UNESCO. The Soualichi Stories series includes tales of our island's beloved legends, history, and folklore, as told by exceptional Sint Maarten storytellers. Foresee Foundation is honored to share these stories as it brings people together and bridges the gap between generations. These stories remind us of our culture, our heritage, our one island. Through these stories, we hope you feel more connected as we strive to keep the art of storytelling alive. Please enjoy this next Soualichi story and all the other stories in our series, and let us know if there's any other particular story you would love to hear in the future. Enjoy!
Once upon a time, before my time, before your time, before anybody you know time, it used to have Miss Gwenny living down in Colby, and she had twin daughters. Now these daughters were very beautiful. The people say that there were no other fairer ladies in the land. The one who came out first, her name was Brenda. Now she couldn't be more different than her sister Tanya. Brenda was always friendly and always had a smile on her face, always had something good to tell somebody. She walking down the road, she meets somebody. Good morning, my dear. How are you this morning? It's so good to see you. And how your mommy? Well, you give her my regards, you hear? And well, how Uncle Lulu? Tell Uncle Lulu for me I say hello. All right, it's such a pleasure to meet you again this morning. That was Brenda. Nice, pleasant, and always has a good word. Her sister, on the other hand, was the total opposite. She going down the road. Somebody meet her. Good morning, Tanya. First thing she gonna do, push up she face, turn away she head, stoop she teeth. I know what's so good about the morning. The sun's so hot this morning and you calling it a good morning? Anyway, good morning. And she gone. Not nice. One day, Brenda decided that she was going down to Simpson Bay Beach to take a sea bath. So early in the morning, she reached the beach and she walking towards the sea. She see in the distance, in the far corner of her eyes, something in the water crouch over, bending over. It looked like an animal, or it could be a human. When she looked closer, she couldn't tell because she ain't seen no head, she ain't seen no tail, she ain't seen no belly. So Brenda decided to walk down to check it out. When Brenda reached the thing, she couldn't believe she eyes. It was an old lady. Now, this old lady was hard and crufty. This old lady was bending over. Her foot them like they're ready to give out. She was holding a stick just to balance herself. And Brenda never see an old lady looking like that. Good morning, Grandma. So good to see you this morning. You taking a sea bath this morning? Grandma look up.
Good morning, my dear. God blessings on me this morning. I here trying to scrub my two dry foot. But it look like the Lord bless me this morning. He sent a beautiful young lady to help me scrub my foot. You go help me scrub my 2 foot? Brenda look at the lady in the face. And then she look.
Brenda look at the lady in the face. And then she looked down at her foot. When Brenda see the lady foot, Brenda start to. These foot, they was hard and scruffy, and they had corn callous, boil. Brenda started to get a bad feelings. She started to get bad feelings. But she managed to compose herself, being the nice person that she is. Brenda take the roller, man, and she put her to sit down on a rock by the sea. And she started to scrub her foot. She scrubbed between the toes. She scrubbed under the bottom foot. She scrubbed the side. And she scrubbed. And while she there scrubbing, the old lady started to tell her a whole heap of things about Sint Maarten. The old lady was like a griot storyteller. She started to tell her about one titty lucky. She tell her about the Diamond 26. She tell her about God Ahead. She tell her about all sorts of things about Sint Maarten. And before you know it, the time passed, hours passed, and the old lady and Brenda, they are talking. They talked so much it seemed like if they were friends forever. Now when it was time for Brenda to leave, she said, well, Grandma, it was really nice meeting you. Hope I meet you again. And whenever you want your foot scrubbed, you could call me. Grandma look up. She said,
But dear, I thank you so much. It's really nice how you treat the old lady. I want to give you a little reward. And so,
Brenda said, Grandma, you don't have to reward me with anything, because the good Lord in due time gonna reward me. But before Brenda could, the old lady take she stick and she do so. When the old lady raised up she hand in the air, Brenda just transformed into a beautiful silverback mountain dove. And she said, thank you, old lady, thank you. And Brenda she fly all over Simpson Bay. She fly over Cold Bay. She fly up Century Hill, fly over St. Peter's, fly down over to Peak Paradis and all the way to Rambo. And Brenda fly all the way home. When Brenda lands, she just changed back into a human again. So she tell her mother and her sister what happened. Well, her sister, when she heard that, she decided that she want to be turned into a silvery back mountain dove too. So she decided that she was going down to the beach the next morning to look for the old lady, so that the old lady could turn her into a silvery back mountain dove. So that night, Tanya hardly sleep. Hardly. She wake up early the next morning. Now this is a young lady who accustomed to waking up 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock. But she wake up early the next morning and down to the beach she went. She looked on the left side of the beach. She ain't see nobody. She looked to the right of the beach. She ain't see nobody. She walked back and forth, looking, and she ain't see nobody. When she was about to give up walking, going to go back home, in the corner of her eyes, far in the distance, she see something crouch over in the water, at the edge of the water. And she realized the description that her sister gave, that was the old lady. Run down to meet the old lady, run down to meet the old lady. When she reached the old lady said,
Good morning. God blessings on me this morning. 2 days and a stretch, the good Lord sent 2 beautiful young ladies to help me scrub my 2 old foot them. You could help me scrub my old foot, please? My sister, she looked at the old lady in her face. Then she looked down at her feet. When she see them foot, she pulled back herself. She pushed up her face. She sucked her teeth. She said to the old lady, excuse you? Me? You think that
I going to put my hands on them ugly foot that you have there? No way. You better clean your old dirty foot yourself, you see? Furthermore, I ain't come down here for that this morning. Is that so you could turn me into a beautiful silvery back mountain dove just like my sister. You lady, look up at her. You say,
Oh, that's why you come. I see. Well, since you talk to an old lady like this and treat an old lady like this, I'm going to turn you into a, before she could finish, Tanya jump back,
before she could finish, Tanya jump back, a beautiful silvery back mountain dove. The old lady shoot back.
No, into a dirty old red crab.
The old lady takes, she stick and she, and before the old lady could bring down her stick, Tanya just transformed into a dirty old redback crab. And Tanya said, please, change me back. Change me back. The old lady said,
I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Tanya said, Tanya started to get angry. She said, since you turned me into a dirty old redback crab, are you going to bite your dirty foot them? Tanya. Before she could reach the old lady foot, the old lady take she stick and move like a kung fu woman. She go hit the crab in the back. They say that the song that stick make on the crab back was so loud that everybody in Simpson Bay and Coal Bay hear the song. They say it was so loud that the echo was heard in St. Peter's. And they say that the vibration from that lash on the crab back was so powerful that all the crabs in the land, their back just broke and cracked. Yeah. And from that day to today, whenever you see a crab, you see a crack on his back. That is a reminder for me and for you that we must treat everybody with respect and dignity, no matter how old, no matter how young, no matter how pretty, no matter how not pretty. Treat everyone with respect and dignity. And so the story ends, the wire bend, and I write my mother with a fountain pen. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this inspiring Soualichi story as presented to you by the Foresee Foundation and funded by UNESCO. We hope this story helped all of you feel more connected to the island and to each other. More information on the story and schedule can be found on Foresee's website and Facebook page. We look forward to connecting again with you soon in our next Soualichi story.